back to Destiny's Yarn Garden. My name is Destiny and I do cozy crochet vlogs where I crochet and follow a pattern and we kind of talk about it, talk about life, talk about whatever, really. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely think about subscribing. Don't forget to like and comment, and let's get started. So today I am going to be making the Celia wrap top. I'm really excited for this because I found it on Hobie and I'm hoping that turns out well. So I'm going to be making a small, but they do have a variety of sizes if you're interested. And as always, I will link it down in the description in case you want to make one too. I am very excited for this top. It's pretty cute. And also, I have picked a very special color out for it. However, I'm not sure if I have enough. So that's kind of disappointing. If I need more, I might order it or I might just pick out a different color. Are you guys ready to see the color though? It's really cute. Look at this blue. This is one of my favorite blues, but this is all I have left and I don't really think it's going to be enough to make this whole entire top. It is a cropped top, so I'm hoping I have enough, but if I don't, we'll see where it goes from there. Depends on how I like the look, or if I just want to add some contrast, I might add in another blue, but I will show you guys that if and when the time comes. So as usual, I will be looking down in this direction because that's where my iPad is and that is where I keep my patterns when I'm reading them. I think that's all I have to say for now, but I am really excited for this. I'm just trying to kind of like expand my wardrobe, which is why I'm doing so many clothing videos right now. I really wanted to expand like a wardrobe that really like fits me personally, and I just kind of want more fun pieces to wear out and about around the town. I really only go to town on Fridays, so I live in kind of a rural area, so there's like nothing out here, not even really a grocery store, kind of like a half grocery store. We have a Dollar General out here and we have nothing else. That's it. So unfortunately, I only go to town like once a week, and that's on Fridays, so I can wear these on Fridays. How exciting! All right, so now we'll get started. So I don't remember if I mentioned this, but this Hobie pattern is a free pattern, and it doesn't seem like it requires that much yarn. It said like 160 meters or 175 yards. So I think we might be okay, but if we're not, it's okay because I'm going to start with a back piece, which would make sense if I have to like figure out a different color and or whether I'm even going to order another another skein to make another panel. But I think if the back piece and the front pieces are different colored, that's going to be okay versus if I have like one front piece and then run out of yarn and then I have to do another front piece and the back piece. I don't think that would look as good, at least in my vision. So I am starting off with my very gorgeous yarn. This is a Caron Simply Soft yarn. Exciting. I love my Caron Simply Soft. Not sponsored, just really enjoy the yarn. And then I'm going to be using this hook. It is a terrible hook, but it is the only 4mm that I currently own. So it is what it is. Anyway, I find this hook useless because this back piece serves no purpose. I crochet like this, so why even have this, you know? Plus it's not very comfy. I got off of Temu. It's just an impulse buy, I guess. And now we are gonna get started. Okay, so it looks like the back piece, well, first off, I finished our first row and I really like this color. She's oh so pretty. I am a very fall girly, so I really like the darker colors, which is kind of weird considering I'm wearing highlighter pink. Anyway, so moving on, it looks like the whole back panel is just double crochets all over the place. So I'm gonna fast forward through this, but so far it seems fairly beginner friendly, so I'm not quite sure why it's considered intermediate yet, but we'll see, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on it at the end of the video. But for now, it's seeming very beginner friendly, so I don't really know. It's just a big square full of double crochet so far. So let's continue through this, and I'll meet you when I'm ready to do the front panel. Welcome back. So we are on day 2 of making this shirt I found on Hobie. Super stoked about it, and it's turning out really pretty. I didn't make very much progress last time we talked, but look at it. I ended up doing a bunch of stuff off camera. We are about at row 15, I believe, out of 36. So we're not that far into it, honestly. And also, I don't think I'm gonna have enough yarn for this. If I'm already this low, look at this thing. So I think I'm gonna have to either dip into another color or buy another one of these, and I'm kind of on a time crunch, so I don't think I'll be buying another. I think I'm just gonna deal with what I have. Besides, the whole point of my series of my cozy vlogs is kind of to get rid of yarn that I already have. And I have a lot of yarn that I need to just make into a project. And some of them are gonna be kind of Frankenstein-y. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't want to buy new yarn. I have enough yarn. Maybe I don't have all the same colors, but I really need to dwindle down my stash. It's getting out of hand. If you don't know, I just did an yarn organization vlog thing, and I showed you guys my yarn stash. She's significant. Anyway, moving on. There's the business talk. Now I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about my life while I crochet. So I have been working on losing weight. I didn't care for my weight. It's not that I was like big, or I felt like I was like too big or anything. It's just I was 110 before I had my first kid, and I kind of wanted to get a little bit closer to that size again. I'm not saying I will ever be 110 again, because that was actually quite an unhealthy weight for me, but I do want to be like somewhere in the 120s, and I was 140 when I started my weight loss journey, and I have lost 5 pounds in the past month, which is not great, but also it's kind of hard for me to lose weight. I don't know. I heard from my sister-in-law that was just like a girl thing. So maybe it's just a girl thing. I don't know. Anyway, I have started that. So I've been like fasting and stuff, and I've only been eating dinner. And I eat a good amount of protein and veggies. And I mean, halfway through, I kind of snack a little bit. Like earlier, I had some pickles. Not the best for you, but is what it is. And pickles aren't completely out of, you know, it's not like I ate 10 pounds of chocolate, you know. You see her? She wants out. I'm gonna let her out, and then we'll keep chatting. Tofu will be out for like 15 minutes, and then I'm sure she'll want back in, and she will interrupt me once again, because that's what she does. That's her MO. Also, oh shoot, I almost forgot. I have to take my vitamins for today. I haven't been on top of taking my vitamins, so I'm trying to like be more accountable for it. Hold on. I don't know, are you supposed to take vitamins with energy drinks? I'm going to anyway, but you know. Have you guys had these? They're super good. These are balloons. Not sponsored, but just, I genuinely enjoy them. So I've been taking like fish pills, my D3, and a women's once a day in hopes that'll make me feel better, because for a while there I just wasn't feeling that great, so I'm trying to make major lifestyle changes to help me feel better. I told you guys this would happen. Welcome back. Okay, next thing on my little checklist of what we need to talk about is kind of hard for me. So I decided to transfer colleges, and this is really hard for me because I was almost done with my degree. I was about a year away from completing my industrial engineering degree. However, I think that a mechanical engineering degree might be more beneficial for my future career and the jobs that I have been kind of eyeballing, because there's always going to be more jobs, you know, especially at the place that I plan to work at. So I'm really excited about that, but also like I feel like I went back to square one and it kind of hurt my soul. So I went to Trine University, which is in Indiana. It was a good school. Like, it was purely online. It was a good school. I liked my teachers. I didn't really have any problems. I got my associate's degree from Eastern Gateway Community College, which is now shut down. I went through the free college benefit and I got my associate's degree for free. And I had quite a few credits transfer over to Trine University, and I ended up choosing it because I got a discount through my employer, but I don't work there anymore, and they have kind of started to take the union out. So I was like, I might as well. I originally wanted a mechanical engineering degree. I was really excited. Anyway, I wanted a mechanical engineering degree originally. They make more money. That's pretty much it. And it seems like there's a higher need for mechanical engineers rather than industrial. So I realized when I went to Trine University that my online degree was not ABET accredited, which is an accreditation that was pretty significant to me and the position that I choose to apply for. I feel like engineering degrees aren't as beneficial without being ABET accredited. So I transferred to Arizona State University. I got accepted into their mechanical engineering program, which I wasn't too afraid, honestly, that I wasn't going to, because I do pretty well in my school. I have kept a pretty steady 4.0 up to this point, so I wasn't nervous about that, but I am proud that I got accepted. So there's that news. I'm disheartened to have to start all over again. It pains my soul that I'm gonna have to do like 3 more years of college when I feel like I've just done so much, and I've kind of missed out on, you know, opportunities to help my children and, you know, kind of be there for them. So that, I guess that's the hardest part for me, and my husband has really like stepped up to the plate to like take that role, understanding like this is my dream, because I have always wanted to go to college ever since I was small. And because my mom was in college when I was growing up, and I was just excited to learn, I guess. I've always had an interest in school and, you know, so there's that. It's not great, but it's still good news, and I'm just like trying to cope with it. Also, my hair is just like not herring, so I don't know why, and I didn't feel like putting on very much makeup today, so ignore how I look. I don't know why my hair is just like not working out. I think my bangs are getting too long. I need to go get a haircut. Anyway, so that's the new news with me, and I am very nervous to start going to Arizona State. ASU seems like a really good school though, so I am really excited. They have been so nice, by the way. Like, they have really been such a caring college. So I'm proud to be going. I'm just very nervous to start. And you know, the unfortunate part is that I have to retake all of, like, a lot of the math classes that I have already taken. And why I chose a math geared major, I have no idea, because I hate math. But evidently I'm not that bad at it. I just don't like it. I just finished my general education at Trine University too, so I was really like, I was just like, ugh, why? Why do I do this to myself? I just hope I don't have to retake calculus. That was awful. Calculus was hard. But I liked physics. Physics was fun. Anyway, that is what is new with me. So let's finish this back panel and then let's get back to talking. But isn't this color sick? I like it. I think it's a really pretty color. All right, I will see you guys when I finish the back panel. Let's speed through it. I am back and I have finished the back panel. This color looks really cool. I like this color. However, I don't have enough of it. This is all I have left, so I cannot finish this project out in the same color, unfortunately, but I did find another color. Okay. So I found this color, and I think it pairs pretty well with our blue color. If my camera ever wants to focus, I think they pair pretty well. So we're gonna do the front panels in this color, and this is obviously the back panel. I think it'll look cool. I don't know, let's just try it. Anyway, so yesterday I got caught up with the kids, so yeah. So I stopped filming for the day, but I'm back now. So all good. I am really glad I finally finished this back panel. However, I feel like the front panels might be a little bit more complicated. It is like a wrap kind of deal. So we're gonna do it. Let's get started. We need to start increasing on this, so I am going to pick a side and I am going to just put a stitch marker in it, so I'm only increasing on one side and not messing it up. I think this is turning out cute though. I like this color. I think it's gonna go well with our blue. So I am super stoked for this. So let's keep going. So we finished the front panel. So this is the part that's going to like wrap, I think. Anyway, so I was supposed to do the neckline and like put a stitch. I don't know what it was supposed to be, if it was half double crochet or if it was a slip stitch, but I was supposed to do a border around the neckline. But we're not going to do that yet. We are going to do it with our blue to make this more cohesive and like better looking with these colors, because they're a little different and I was afraid that it wouldn't look good, so I'm trying to make it cohesive. But we have that done. Now I have to do the other side, and this part's gonna tuck in. And why I chose to do this part second is because if I don't have enough yarn, I thought about using the blue, but if I'm using it for the neckline, I don't know how that's gonna work. So we're just gonna figure it out. But we're getting somewhere, and that's better than nowhere. But yeah, so I think It's turning out great. Unfortunately, I have a knot in my yarn and I'm trying to make it less visible, but like right here. Oh, I guess you can't see it, huh? Problem solved. So we're gonna start on the other side, but it's turning out great. Let me show you how much yarn I have left. I think I'll have enough. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna work out. I sure hope I have enough. If I don't have enough, I'm gonna be devastated. I don't know how I'm going to ever fix it if I don't have enough. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. I think I'll have enough. I hope I'll have enough. I feel like it didn't take that much, honestly, to do that panel. Just want to make sure that I'm using these two colors as minimally as possible so that I don't have to scrimp and scramp for another yarn, add another color to this. There's already enough colors in it. It'll be fine. I still think I have to make another rope so that it can tie together, but I don't really understand. I read through the pattern. I don't really understand this pattern. So I guess when we get there, we'll get there, and then when I'm done, I'll rate this pattern on like readability, and so far she's not looking too hot on readability. I don't know, I keep getting confused in the directions, and I'm kind of making up my own thing. All right, let's continue this and see where it takes us, wherever that may be. Okay, so I'm a little disheartened. We lost at Yarn Chicken. Man, I was so close. I just had to get this done. So we're about to do some ghetto stuff. We are going to use our teal, like dark bluish color to finish this, and hopefully it doesn't look freaking terrible. And I don't even know if I'll have enough to do the neckline for both, so I don't know what to do. Yeesh, I messed up. It's okay. I keep telling myself that in hopes that'll make me believe that this will actually work out, but it's not working out so good right now. We're gonna try it. I'm just hoping it doesn't come out horrible. This is all I have left. So we will see, but we're gonna keep trying. Cause I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do now. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna keep on keeping on with the teal color and just pray that it all works out. But we're gonna do this. You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go over the ends so I don't have to worry about them. We'll pull in this teal one so we just have like the smallest little string. And then we'll just keep going. That way we can try our best to conserve our yarn and pray that it doesn't look stupid. This is not going well. I'm worried. I don't know if you guys do this, but when I start panicking about the amount of yarn, I start crocheting even faster. Like, that helps, but it doesn't. So I'm just panicked. Let me show you what we're working with now. I weaved in almost all of my ends, and I had a very unfavorable surprise. Okay, so we got our back panel. We've got one of our front panels, the normal one. We've got our okay panel. I did do the border. This one's looking a little wonky, right? So I was like, I feel like I have more of this deep blue. I still need to do a bottom, you know, stitch, and I need to sew all this in. Tell me why I went into my yarn stash. Look what I found. Why didn't I start with this? It was at the bottom of the box that I put all my yarn in. And now I'm so upset because I could have had two of the same, like, front pieces with the tie. And I had this the whole time. The whole time. Why I didn't put them all together, I don't know. But, because usually when I wind my yarn, I'll just attach all of the same color. The knots, whatever. It is what it is, but I didn't do it with this one. What am I doing? Anyway, we are going to attach all the sides. I am very upset about the fact that they look so vastly different, and there's no going back either. There's no going back. Because, like, this whole thing is connected all the way down to here. I re-sewed in my ends. What's done is done. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to cut it up. But this part, we're looking kind of funky. Hopefully it turns out all right. It'll be fine. We can get through it. Okay. We're going to take a drink of our energy drink, and we're just going to continue. Okay. Let's start attaching everything together. So I am looking at this thing, trying to figure out which side I sewed my end in. And obviously I'm too good because I can't find it. I can't find which side I sewed this end in at. And I'm looking. I want to say it's this one, but I can't find it. So we're just going to pick a side because at this point, who cares? You know? If you know, you know. All right. So let's start sewing her together and hope she doesn't come out hideous. I'm not actually sewing. I am going to single crochet these together. So hopefully it turns out cute. We'll see. I think I am going to use a smaller hook. At this point, we've gone rogue, by the way. I'm not even following a pattern, not even just a teeny bit. I let that thing go a long time ago. After I made the second panel, I let that thing go. So we're going rogue with it. I'm making up my own thing. The pattern was a little hard to understand and read and make sense of, so, you know, I was just like, forget it. Forget it. I should probably clip these together so it doesn't look so stupid. Other than that mishap we had, I didn't know what else to do. I am awful in a panicky situation. All right, let's start counting down. So I put it all together because I'm panicked and I didn't want the last sweater situation to go down. I know that was just my sleeves being extra super duper long, like down to my knees long, but I don't want to not have big enough armholes for my arms. So we got to measure my armholes. This is how she's looking so far. However, the way this wraps around, it can be a little bit funky. So I think I'm just gonna like weave it through the hole on the side and wrap it around so that ties to my side. Problem is, okay, let me show you. We have more problems. Okay, so it's supposed to tie on the side here. However, either I'm not skinny enough for this dealio, Or I did something wrong. Because now it's just, it looks silly. Why can't mine look like hers? I don't know what I'm doing. It's cute. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Would I call this a fail? I don't know. Let's just sew the dang thing together and see what goes on after that. I don't know why her straps look so long, yet I have one that barely wraps around my waist. I don't know. So we're gonna figure it out, I guess. This is what I get. This is what I get for not reading directions. Okay, so I think ending the armhole right about here. Don't judge me. I don't. I haven't shaved my armpits. I'm growing them out. It's easier to shave later than now. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna get a shirt and I'm just gonna do it all the way up until that point. Over it. Oh, what a wreck this has been. I might continue this tomorrow just because I'm so distraught. But we'll see how we'll just start at the shoulders. We'll just start at the shoulders and we'll go from there. I'm so distraught and I'm hungry. Maybe I should eat something and then continue on this crazy journey. I like it though. I think it's cohesive with the colors. I don't know what goes on with the rest of it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What a mess this has been. We are starting off so strong too. I know. I'm feeling a little defeated. So let's just keep going. If I can finish it and it turns out a disaster, then at least you guys got to watch my disaster. All right, let's keep going. I am back and this is day 4. It's actually been like 3 days in between, but we're gonna call it day 4 because I didn't do anything with it the entire time I was gone. I was so distraught by this piece of clothing that I was just like really avoiding it, and now it's time to finish it. But I will have to say after this, because all I'm doing is sewing like the sides so that all connects. If I don't like it, I will probably not finish it. It is in my nature to stop things when I don't like it and then eventually come back to it maybe. But I don't like it. I don't understand it, I think. So I'll show you guys when I try it on after I sew the ends in, but I don't love it. But we're gonna get to it and finish this thing off so that we can officially complete, for the most part, this project. All right, moving on. First thing I'm gonna do is I am going to measure out the arms. I'm just picking a spot, honestly. It's not gonna be big enough for my arm, we'll see. No. Nope, nope, nope. We need a bigger armhole. No. Apparently my arms are huge. Dang. Okay, let's go here. That's perfect. All right, now we'll just mirror it on the other side. I actually cannot wait to be done with this project because I'm like over it. I measure everything in about, so that means about right here. And it works for me. Yeah, about there is fine. See? Measuring in abouts. Okay, so I'm going to start I think I'm going to slip stitch all the way down. Like I said, I've gone rogue, so it's whatever. And then we're obviously going to leave this open. And then we have to slip stitch up here. I'm not even following the pattern at all, so it is what it is. Okay. I think I was more distraught by like the straps, because the straps are just so damn ugly. Because I didn't know I had this. This is why we look before we start just doing shit. Okay. Let me finish this and then we'll talk about it and see if I even want to continue or not, because I don't think I will. So I finished it and I ended up not doing the trim of the sleeves or the trim at the bottom. Let me show you why. Because I just don't like it. Okay. So this is the piece completed, and look, it looks kind of cute from the front and the back. Okay, so like this bow deal is just not doing it for me. Look how small this side is compared to this side, and it told me to do 100 chains for both. And also, like, I don't understand the concept of this blue part. It was supposed to be the same color as this, but that didn't work out, obviously. And is it just supposed to wrap underneath? I have no idea. So that's just like how we're doing it. See? It looks stupid. And then this one's like super duper long, almost all the way to my knee. I do just want to mention that I don't like this pattern. Maybe you guys can have a more successful time. I'm definitely linking it down below. But I think that the Hobie patterns are just okay. You know, you have to use some creativity in order to finish those. I think personally, if you've had a really good experience with a Hobie pattern, let me know down below in the comments, and I will see you guys next Monday. But this pattern gets 0 out of 10 stars. See you guys Monday. Bye-bye.